Just tolerate anyone. Don't just settle for any boyfriend or husband or life partner just because you feel lonely and sad and empty and you want to have someone who understands you. I have made the experience myself. I know what it is to feel lonely. Sometimes all you crave is to have someone tell you that you're beautiful, to have someone tell you that they love you, just to have some kind of companionship to to forget the pain and the suffering and the loneliness. But it's not a solution. I have done that mistake in the past. I was 22 years old and I was so excited at the idea of having a boyfriend for the first time that, I didn't even pay attention to all the major red flags. I was literally in the hands of a dangerous psychopath. I had no idea, but I learned afterwards that he was such a big liar. He was such a big manipulator. He already had been married. He didn't tell me. He was violent. He had a history of beating his ex-wife, and he was drinking. I knew that he used to drink and all, but I believed all his lies, and I believed that he was faithful and that he was not drinking anymore. So what I'm trying to say is that, I was really young and stupid and naive. I thought that it was like in the movies. I was so excited about finally having a boyfriend, and so for me, I closed my eyes to all the horrible things and red flags, and I just pretended that it was normal, and I actually believed that, this is normal, and that I would be getting married to him. I was so stupid at that time. Thankfully, I was able to extract myself in that situation, in that relationship. I was with him for 6 months. It wasn't a long period of time. I wasn't physically involved with him, thank God. Otherwise, I don't know how devastated I would have been after that breakup. So thank God for that. However, it's true that many times many girls, when we are not just girls but guys too, if we have just broken up, or if we are dealing with issues in our family, or if we are dealing with any kind of issue, especially if you are someone who has had a history of depression, you tend to feel unwanted, you tend to feel not good enough, you haven't received affection probably enough, and you just feel like, you have this huge void within you that you are willing to accept anyone. The first guys who points up, the first girl who points up and tries to give you some hope, some of them will play on your weaknesses. They know that you are hungry for affection, and they will, manipulate you and, just come to play with you and your life. So don't allow them to do that, please. It's not comfortable. It's not easy to be single, to be alone, and to be dealing with all kinds of issues that I'm sure you're dealing with: self-esteem issues, depression, anxiety, all these worries that we have. However, by jumping into the arms of any random Tom, Dick, and Harry, it's not a good solution. It's not a solution. It's not a good thing. It's not going to make your life better in any way. It can be very dangerous. So pay attention and don't be in a secret relationship with a guy. If you meet someone, like, tell that to your best friends or to someone whom you trust, because many times we are blinded by certain things. When we are infatuated by someone, especially if it's a good looking person, we tend to be infatuated, and we forget all the other bad things that the person has. And be very careful. It's not an excuse that just because you're tired of being single doesn't mean that you have to compromise and settle for any person. By that, I don't mean to say that you should be seeking to find someone perfect. There is no perfect woman, there is no perfect man. Maybe I tend to be a bit demanding when it comes to choosing a life partner. I have rejected a few proposals because I didn't feel like I was receiving that love, that respect. I didn't feel that there was anything in common. I didn't feel that the person was investing, or there have been times when I admit that I might have been turned off by the person's physical appearance. I'm not saying it's a good thing. Maybe I have regretted it afterwards that, I have met some genuinely good guys. I have received a marriage proposal once from a very good guy, but I wasn't feeling physically attracted to him. So my point is, I think that you should not settle. When you feel like you want to do it, you want to be with a person, it will feel right, it will feel easy, it will feel like, you really feel safe with that person, you will feel peaceful, you will feel happy and loved by that person. There won't be that, anxious feeling in your tummy, that fear that, you just feel horrible. That's not being in love. That has nothing to do with being in love. So if you are in that situation, I hope you will be extracting yourself out of it, And I just wish you all the love and peace and happiness in the world because you deserve it.